Hello friends, Lightman here with more Fantasy Quest. As promised, this time we'll be looking at the general mechanics of Fantasy Quest. Specifically, a quick look at the character sheet and a summary of some of the mechanics shown. Starting from the top left, we have attributes. These are rated from 1 to 99 and represent the percentage of human capacity the character is at in this category. For example, human commoners are assumed to have 10s in all attributes. Character creation will have its own dedicated video after all the other rule summaries, as I still need to clean it up a bit, as you'll see. Well, now a breakdown of the attributes. Strength. This is a character's ability to exert force upon objects and is used to calculate melee damage. Dexterity. This represents a character's hand-eye coordination and is used to calculate most ranged damage. Brave. This is a character's self-confidence and is used to calculate accuracy for most physical attacks and abilities. Intelligence. This is a character's strength of mind, their memory and reason, and it's used to calculate magic damage. Faith. The counterpoint to brave in many ways. Faith is your belief in others and in magic. It's used to calculate the accuracy of spells and non-physical abilities. Vitality. This is your overall health and endurance. It's used to calculate absorb, or physical defense, as well as HP per level and physical status resistance. Spirit. The counterpoint to vitality. Spirit represents the strength of your soul, and is used to calculate magic defense, mental status resistance, and MP per level. Agility. This is your reaction time and balance. Agility is possibly the most important attribute in combat since it calculates initiative and charge time. There will be an entire video on what that means. Luck. What it says on the tin. A combination of divine favor and intuition. Luck represents your ability to turn sucks into sucks less, or even success. It affects critical hit chance and abilities that involve chance. Style. This is your appearance and charm, the equivalent of D&D's charisma. It affects social interactions and performance-based abilities like those of the dancer and bard, and the amount of TP you gain per level. Now, to the middle right, for a moment, to talk about resources. HP, hit points, known in-universe as health potential. This is how much damage you can take before you enter the dying condition. MP, magic points, or in-universe mist potential. This represents how much mist or mako you can channel and hold in your system at a time. It's based on spirit and starts at 0 at the beginning of battle, counting up as you channel more mako into your system. Ethers are liquid mako. TP is technique points or tactical positioning. It's based on style and is used to power your non-magic abilities like skills and techniques. Like MP, in battle TP starts at 0 and is increased by actions. In this case, performing basic attacks which grant a number of TP equal to your skill rank. This brings us back to the top and middle right, or top and middle left, for skills and talents. This whole section is in flux, awaiting proper integration of Dragon Quest XI and Final Fantasy XI, 14, and 15. Personality skills and weapon skills are the first major addition from Dragon Quest to the game. Each job class and race has a specific personality skill, weapon skill, and the talent categories of knowledge, proficiency, craft, and gather that it specializes in, being able to add your character level to your base rank. The details of how this all works will be in its own video. As I mentioned, it's still in flux. The skills both calculate your accuracy and damage with the related weapon group, or skill ability, and they grant skills or technic abilities at specific ranks. Like in DQ 8, 9, and 11, and in some ways, like in Final Fantasies 11 and 14. Talents. Admittedly, this is a bandage system based heavily on D&D and World of Darkness, as you can tell by the talent names. With these, you add your talent rank to the base attribute to determine your success chance when you're rolling for these abilities. And that's on a percentage die. This whole section is being reworked in the near future to incorporate the Final Fantasy XIV discipline system and the Final Fantasy XI craft weapon skill system. I had most of the work done, but it's stuck on an old IDE hard drive I'm trying to recover from my lost computer that died. Lightning round. All of these things will have their own video. Bottom left now. Some of this stuff is highly experimental. Judge points. The system from Tactics Advanced? Yeah, I plan on incorporating that concept of judges and clans in some context at some point. For now, ignore it. XP and AP. Just like in most games, AP are used to purchase abilities and XP are used to purchase levels. It costs XP equal to your total attributes times your current level, plus a modifier based on your race and class to gain a level. For example, a level 1 Hume Freelancer, whose attributes total 150, would require 450 XP to reach level 2, as Hume and Freelancer are both tier 1, 150 times 3, 450. Gil, the basic currency of the game, comes in both bills and coins. Tokens. These are casino currency, and there are many casinos. The Royale Casino at Endor and the Golden Saucer are two of the most famous casinos. Small medals. More fun from Dragon Quest. These are collector's tokens of monsters and heroes. There's a strange collector that hides them around the world and rewards adventurers who return them. Materia. This is where you note your Esper, if any. They work exactly as in Final Fantasy VI. I call Magicite Materia and Materia Magicite. I explained it in the previous video, and there will be a whole video explaining all the conversion terms I use. Soul Grid. This is the garment grid from Final Fantasy X-2, and it works in a similar way, allowing multiple job classes to be utilized at once. That blank square is to draw your own garment grid, or your soul grid, actually. Crystarium. Yeah, similar to Final Fantasy XIII, you have a paradigm, and you can choose a number of ability nodes to work on based on your character level. You gain Crystarium points equal to the amount of XP and AP gained in battle. Port spheres. This is something I'm experimenting on and is based on New Game Plus shenanigans. Ignore it for now. Under resources, bottom right. That job block should look pretty familiar and function similar to the games that these terms come from. Tension and limit breaks. This whole can of worms is a long video by itself, as every game had a different desperation move system, and as you can see, I try to use it all. Next to that, yep, Final Fantasy XII Gambits. They exist and function as close as a tabletop RPG allows. Think of them as an advanced reaction system. Reactions, by the way, take Gambit slots. So, yes, you can eventually have 12 reaction abilities, Final Fantasy Tactics style. ATB. Similar to Final Fantasy XIII, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Chrono Cross, and the Secret of Mana charge attacks, each action takes a variable amount of time to perform. ATB or active time boost is your per turn action budget based on class and abilities. Move and jump, measured in hexes, squares, inches, multiples of 30 millimeters, whichever you prefer. The game is agnostic to how you measure distance, as long as you do. These function exactly like in the Tactics series. Very top right and bottom right. There's your gear. Here is the melee weapon section and your ranged weapon section. You see, yep, ammo and the barrel rail scope system from Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus. There are gunners in the game, and yes, you can equip special weapons or special equipment to your ranged weapons. And down here, we see all the armor slots. Body, weapon, offhand, that can be shield or a second weapon. Head, hands, legs, feet, neck, and 2 accessory slots. Let's see. Middle right. This is where you denote your elemental defenses in the form of percentages that grant evade or block against the element in question, and your status resistances based on vitality and spirit. I experimented with having elemental defenses and weaknesses multiply the damage, but that's a lot of math to be doing on the fly tabletop, so I just have them grant extra magic block and evade. Well, that is a lot to dump on you guys in one video. Let me know in the comments below which of these you want more details on first. I will eventually cover every one of these things in painstaking detail, including how you get these numbers. Well, until then, thank you for watching and have a great day.